This week on NBA 2K TV. One-on-one with Warriors' Eric Paschall. My team card updates. We give you tips on basic play calling in 2K20 and your top plays. Welcome back to a brand new episode of NBA 2K TV.
Over the past few weeks, we've been catching up with the community, including NBA players.
And last week, Golden State Warriors breakout rookie Eric Paschall hopped on for a chat and a quick game of 2K. Eric Paschall, welcome to 2K TV. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, trying to survive. And just playing a lot of video games, working out as much as I can in the house, and just catching up on everything that's going on.
I know some players were saying that they'll never complain about anything basketball related, like they are never going to complain about practice again or the refs or anything like that because they miss it so much. Do you feel the same way?
Yes. I mean, I can't say everybody's going to stop complaining about the refs. That's the hardest thing to do. But definitely, yeah, you can't complain anymore now. Like, it's just like, I want to just play basketball all the time, so. It's definitely a rough time, but I feel like we're going to get through it.
Do you have access to a basketball court, or is it just like at-home workouts?
At-home workouts. That's all it is. I got a bike, and maybe I'll go for a bike ride around the city, but that's about it.
I heard in an interview that you said if you could quarantine with anybody on the team, you would choose Kai Bowman. Why'd you say that?
Because Kai's a character, and he always has positive energy. So somebody like that during this time would be great to quarantine with.
I know you're playing a lot of 2K. What modes are you playing in?
I do a lot of play now. My career, I go to the park with like Donovan, Royce.
So who is a better 2K player out of the three of you? Royce O'Neal, you, or Donovan Mitchell?
I'm definitely better than Donovan. I don't know if I'm better than Royce. I never played him, but I'm 100% better than Donovan.
So who's the best 2K player on the Warriors, would you say?
Probably Kai.
Really?
Yeah, Kai's a king.
So when you got drafted to the Warriors, what was the biggest difference from college going into the NBA?
Now that I'm at the end of my rookie year, I would say how many games it is. It's like 2 college seasons, 3 college seasons in 1 year. So it's like, that's a lot of games. But I've definitely learned how to take care of my body. How to play the NBA game. I feel like that's something that a lot of rookies have to get used to. Is just play the NBA game and learn what it's all about. And I feel like mentally you'll be all right.
You went from a championship in a college team to a team that had won so many championships before you got there, and then it's like now you're starting for this team, and it's just crazy to think about.
Yeah, really wild journey.
What advice would you give those guys in college that want to come to the NBA?
Be mentally prepared to be very tired. I mean, back-to-backs are no joke. I mean, you barely play back-to-backs in college because maybe in a tournament. But besides that, I mean, you got to be mentally prepared to bring it every night. I would say you got to have the attitude to feel like you're the best player on the court. I feel like those 2 things are very important.
I feel like you surprised a lot of people with your rookie season. Do you feel like it was an easy transition into the NBA? Because, I mean, I've seen you in the paint, boom, 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 whoosh.
I would say because I'm older. I was an older guy in the draft. It was a little easier for me. But it was still something I had to adjust to. But I feel like now I've definitely made my mark in the NBA and a lot more comfortable.
But I feel like the physicality, you have that down pat.
Yeah, I love the physical play. I love bumping people and being physical on the court just because I can use my strength to the best of my ability and just keep doing what I do.
Let's do some rapid fire questions. I did this poll on IG the other day and I was really surprised at the answers. I personally think that people should make their beds every day. What are your thoughts on this? Do you make your bed every day?
I don't make my bed every day. It's because you're gonna mess it up again.
I know, but it's crispy when you get in after you make it. What's your go-to lockdown food?
I'll probably say some type of pasta. I love pasta, but during this whole quarantine, I've stopped eating carbs because I'm not playing as much.
You grew up on the East Coast. Now you're on the West Coast. Are you an East Coast guy or West Coast guy?
I'm just an East Coast guy, but I do like the West Coast because it's a lot more calm and people are a lot nicer.
What do you think about San Francisco so far? Do you like the city?
It's a cool city. I mean, it's a really nice city. I mean, they show a lot of love to Warrior players, and I feel like they respect the Warrior players, and I feel like that's something. In the weather, I think magnificent, best weather, because I can wear a hoodie and sweatpants every day.
Do you get stopped a lot if you're out on the streets?
Depends on the day. If I'm like, sometimes like, say I'll be in Union Square, I would definitely get stopped a few times. Like somebody would just walk down the street with me, have a whole conversation.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much for joining us on 2K TV.
Be sure to check back next week when I challenge Eric to a quick game of 2K.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. I was gonna, kind of take it easy on you, but now I might have to switch to 2K view and do some work.
Oh my God. Here it goes.
They may be on the road, but the Bulls still know how to dress to impress. A look here as they come off the bus earlier today. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. And that shot should leave no doubt as to where we are tonight. It's the Toyota Center here in downtown Houston, Texas. We welcome you to Noche NBA here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jerseys, tonight a celebration of the Latin culture. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Tonight with us as well, the Book of Basketball author, Bill Simmons. Bill, great to see you.
It's great to be here. Nobody is more impressed than my 11-year-old son, who can't believe that he's playing a video game and gets to hear my voice. When he hears my voice just yelling at him, normally, now he gets to hear me break down basketball.
But it's kind of fun, isn't it?
Yeah,
How
he
great
likes
is
it.
that?
Yeah.
DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is fearless on the court and with his sense of fashion. Growing up around Los Angeles, he said, I felt like every day was the first day of school. That's how it was the minute I woke up. And guys, he's starting to release his own lines of clothing and accessories. I have a couple in my closet. Back to you.
Influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. And at one point, seems like ISO basketball was falling out of favor, Bill, but the Rockets have made a cornerstone of their success, that very thing.
True. For the regular season. And
right,
for the
and then it
early
changes,
rounds.
doesn't it? Right?
Yeah, I do wonder if it's like the run and shoot with football, where it's this...
You don't trust it, maybe? You don't trust it?
Yeah, it's for the regular season. You're playing a team once. They don't have time to scout it for a bunch of weeks, but... when you get to the playoffs and you're playing the same team 7 times.
Scouting gets better.
Yeah, and players, you just played it 2 nights ago. You did play it against the same offense. You pick up little tricks. And I really wonder if you can win 4 straight rounds doing it.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Markkanen and Carter are up front. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And it's White in at the point guard. And for the Rockets, Harden and Gordon are out on the wing. E.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the point.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
A floater. He takes it up and lays it in.
And, Westbrook is fearless. Likes getting deep inside and finishing around the rim and plays in attack mode all the time.
And the pass to Levine. The shot, no good. The Rockets go the other way with it. Harden the pass to Westbrook. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
Markkanen passes to Levine. Passes it to White. 6 to shoot. Buries it from 3-point range.
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
Stolen by Levine. And Levine with the slam.
And you see why Levine's been a hard, tough out in the slam dunk contest. Has a natural ability to entertain the audience, and that bounce and athleticism certainly doesn't hurt either.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
That shot, no good. Harden with the defensive effort. Rockets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Bill, you look at the awards given out by the league. Most have been around for a while. But is there any award that you'd like to add? Something that's not being touched on in terms of high performance and success?
I think that there should be a playoff MVP. I made this case in my book.
That's a great idea.
There's always like a best guy in every postseason, and I would like to see who that would be. And it's pretty easy to go backwards and figure out who it was. I did that. Just go backwards and have all the backstory of who it should have been, but then going forward, now here are the ones we're adding. I would like to see that. I would also like to see a best bench celebration award, because certain teams just have these guys. They're good at pointing. They're good at fist pumping. First guy during the timeout running over.
Chest bumps.
They have handshakes.
All of it, yeah.
They're waiting at the scorer's table before the game to do the special handshake with each guy. I feel like that guy deserves some shine. Last year, DeAndre Jordan, I think, was one of the first guys I remember who was just great at this before he started playing. Late 2000s Clips. I was like, man, this guy's really, he's not playing, but he's really figuring out how to affect the game.
Good. I like that. So it's the Rockets now after the Bulls pick up 2. And here's Westbrook from the arc. It will not find the hoop. It's his third miss. He has made 2. Last outing for the Rockets, it was a loss to Sacramento.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
A little extra on that one, fellas. Nobody's stopping that.
Not when he comes in there with that tomahawk. That's just too much force.
Tell you what, fellas, you cannot throw it down any harder than that. That was a rim rattler.
Now here's White. Robert Covington unable to get his last shot to go. White looking around. Down low. Shot clock at 5. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Bulls shooting their first foul shots of the night here. No good on the free throw. You've been producing documentaries going deeper into athlete stories, which I know you love, because I think you're curious more than anything else.
Yeah.
So what drew you to that process?
Initially, it was we dove into these stories. We thought that was the inefficiency of, instead of these big, broad type of documentaries, concentrate on events and players and moments and things like that. And I think as you get into that and you start doing it, it just becomes intoxicating. And the cool thing about it is no story should be told the same way you would tell somebody else's story. You just don't know. You got to figure it out. Like we had Steve Nash his last Lakers season. He wanted to do a documentary about it. And then we spitballed it, and we decided it was actually a better idea to do an in-the-moment digital series about it that you could experience in real time with the thing. And it was the right idea, and that was really good. I think trying to figure out what story clicks the best with an athlete, how to tell whatever story they have correctly, is the coolest part about that.
Now Porter. James Harden missing on the 3. Shoots. And the Bulls with another miss. Launches it. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Yeah, the range of Harden deserves a lot of respect because his form is really almost perfect. He's never off balance when he shoots the three-point shot. He's always got his legs under it.
Yes, that goes in. And it's 6 points for Zach LaVine.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
The shot will not fall. Good D by Harden.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Now Westbrook. 29 points for him last game against Sacramento. White with it. Pass to Markkanen. He kicks it to Levine. Good D by Harden. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. They trail by 1. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Yeah, you know, Tucker's a little undersized, but he makes up for it with leaping ability and reach.
Pass to Markkanen. There's the triple. They get it back. Here's Carter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Bill, you study pop culture. The 2K Esports League is a phenomenon right now, which is sweeping the country. Do you think that's going to alter the perception of gaming in any way?
Yeah, I would say it has one of the best chances of any esports league to succeed because people just love basketball. And you can feel it there in the offseason. The shift in basketball content and the fact that it's now a 12-month-a-year sport for us. And now it goes from the playoffs to the draft to where people going in free agency. And then that plays out for a month, and then something else will happen. All of a sudden, it's August.
Summer leagues are coming up.
Summer leagues happening, and then all of a sudden the season's close, and then you just kind of recycle, and it's a 12-month-a-year sport.
Yeah, right. Bill, I wanted to go back to what you were talking about with the 2K League, and you mentioned how basketball has grown into essentially a 12-month-a-year sport.
For me, a 2K Esports League just makes sense. It fits into that. I think people love the players. I think they care about these athletes, and just in basketball, so much more in the other sports. And for me, it's really gratifying because I've loved basketball my whole life. And for a while there, when I grew up as a kid, they were tape delaying the finals, and you know, it was like the second-tier league. And now to see how popular it is and how much people love it, it's just, I feel like I was in early. I'm sure you do too.
Absolutely. I mean, when Magic Johnson is a rookie and starting at center in Game 6 in Philadelphia, yes.
And it was tape delayed.
And it was tape delayed.
My beloved Boston Celtics won the 1981 title, and it was on tape delay in Boston, and I went to bed, and my dad woke me up to watch the game for me, and it's not even 40 years ago. So I think the other thing that really helps with the 2K Esports League is that these guys play 2K, the actual players.
Yeah, right.
They
care about it.
They care about it. They have an incredible amount of time on their hands because they're too famous and they can't go anywhere. So they're in hotel suites. They're bringing with the PlayStation or Xbox
stuff
with me, with them. They're playing their friends. They're playing each other online. And this is what they're doing all day.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
Now here's Harden. He's coming off a 28-point game against Sacramento.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game. They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points.
A lot of bounceability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous.
One shot.
And, Bill, we were talking about how so many NBA players are playing 2K these days and getting to play online against people you don't know.
Yeah.
Can't see.
I remember my buddy Gus, who I played a ton of video games with in the 80s. The first time we could play online against each other was like a really pivotal moment in both of our lives. Sometime in the mid-2000s. He was like, this is amazing. You're in Connecticut, I'm in LA, and we're playing video games. This is great. We've arrived.
Bill, you're a basketball historian. We know that. Do fans romanticize too much about the past?
I would say the other way. I think they don't appreciate it enough, especially like the millennials and Gen Z. You know you're out there. You're playing this game right now. They tend to think the league started when Kobe showed up and that the 90s and the 80s didn't happen. I sense a real resentment from the younger fans with the LeBron versus MJ thing because LeBron's their guy. They get to watch LeBron. They don't want to hear that MJ was better than him, so they make the case for LeBron and the way things are now.
But what about like the Oscar Robertsons, the Elgin Baylors, and we talked about, my goodness, you talk about some of these players. Unbelievable.
Yeah, the
fantastic
60s,
numbers.
70s, 80s.
Oh.
I think part of what hurts is people can go on YouTube, and when you watch some of the older stuff, nobody's playing defense.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
The Rockets making a switch here. Carroll's checked in. And let's focus briefly on an area we often overlook. Point guard rebounding. Here are the leaders in that category over the past 10 games. Well, you look at Satoransky. He does a great job inside, one of the top rebounders in the league.
And it may not be the first thing you think about, but if you look at a lot of the all-time great point guards, their rebounding, that nose for the basketball is a big part of their game.
Absolutely. I mean, that's no coincidence. The ability to have an impact everywhere on the floor, not just on the perimeter. I think that's what separates a lot of the great point guards from the good ones.
Houston's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. House kicks to Green. Houston moving it around. Lets it fly from 18. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Bean passes to Young. The pass to Satoransky. Young, right side. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And a moment here to check out the stats. Zach LaVine, 12th in scoring, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And yeah, one of the most dangerous scorers in the game. He's already come up big in some key games this year. His teammates really feed off his presence, I think. First free throw is good.
And you know, as good as Young can be in the open court, doesn't quite carry over to his free throw shooting.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And Bill, when you yourself get out on the court, is there a play you try to channel or emulate, try to visualize in your mind?
You mean when I'm playing pickup?
Yes, yes.
Oh, well now, at this point in my life, it's Davis Bertans. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah. Davis Bertans.
Davis Bertans?
Yeah, yes. What a great stroke. I mean,
I emulate all stretch fours who don't guard anybody.
Yeah.
That's who I am at this point in my life. I run from three-point line to three-point line.
You stay in the perimeter.
Yeah.
Don't tangle up inside.
My free throw attempts are 0 because I don't go to the line.
Just fire away.
And I want you to know I'm there to make an open jump shot. And don't ask me to do anything else, please. I'll set some picks.
Yeah. You are. You're a great screen
I'll set some picks.
You're a great pick and roll guy. Here's Green after the Bulls pick up 2. Lays it up and banks it in. Green's got 6 points.
And you really can't forget about Green's speed. So effective on the drive.
Here's Gafford, guarded by Green. Gafford passes to Dunn. Over Green. Dunn misses.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
House the pass to Carroll. 34 seconds left to play here in the first. Green finds Carroll. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That is his first foul of the game. Here's McLemore, and the shot is long.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give him a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And he knocks down the first one. Good on both.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
And here's Rivers. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Rockets lead by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Now a chance to hear shooting guard Eric Gordon talk about their key to winning.
It's all about not making mistakes, getting rebounds, and getting good stops to really push the pace up. And I think when we do that, we always are at our best.
And, Greg, nowadays it's all about pushing the pace.
And it's an offensive-oriented league now. When you execute and really look to attack, it puts the opposition on their heels.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Houston, McLemore is out there with Rivers. Then it's Damari Carroll. And it's Green, and it's House, and it's small forward. They grab their own miss. Young. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. And the Bulls lead by 1. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And some nice passing there by Houston. McLemore dishes to House. 5 to shoot. It's tipped, but he gets it back. That one good for 2. 8 points for Jeff Green. For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Dunn attacking. Kicks to Young. Shot from free throw range. That one wide left. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Bill, you host your own podcast. I've listened to it, and I subscribe to it.
Thank you.
I love it. What do you make of so many NBA players now doing the same thing?
Hey, we have a couple of them. At the Ringer, we have J.J. Redick, and we have Vince Carter and Kent Bazemore. The ones that are good at it take it seriously. It can't be one of those things where, a player says, you know what, I want a podcast, and then it just magically happens. And you got to work on it. You have to use your connections to book your guests, and you have to be candid on the podcast. You can't just show up and just babble. And the guys that have been successful at it are people that could probably have a media career for a living. Like JJ is clearly going to go into media after he retires. Richard Jefferson had a great podcast. He's gone into media. He's really good. Yes. So I think you need a little more talent at it than people realize. And you need the consistency of it. You can't say, I'm starting a podcast and then not do it for 2 months. Like, you have to really stick to it.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
Guys, when you compare against last year, I mean, this season has been a pretty painful drop-off in his free throw numbers. I mean, he's not making the key chances he's getting at the foul line.
And the first one drops. Houston with a big group substitution here. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Damari Carroll. Robert Covington comes in for Danuel House. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for McLemore. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Rivers. Then for the Bulls, Markkanen, he's checked in for Young. And it's Otto Porter Jr. in for Zach LaVine. And Jeff Green drops them both. Bulls trail by 5. Dunn kicks to Porter. Passes it to Markkanen. Now here's Satoransky. Pass to Gafford for 3. And the Bulls with another miss.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The Rockets perpetually knocking on the door. At what point, though, Bill, do you think their window will close?
I think that point happened in May of 2019. I think they had 2 years to win the title where everything was lined up for them. 2018, they're up 3-2 against the Warriors. The Warriors are tired. They seem like they're fading. They can't close. I think the key for them is the difference between being a regular season team and a playoff team. They're a great regular season team, but the playoffs every year become more and more complicated, smarter, more. You got to come up with a plan C, a plan D, a plan E as the series goes along. And their plan A is kind of what they ride with. They get tight, the crowd gets tight, things slow down. What's your plan B? And they haven't been able to figure that out.
That free throw good from Gordon.
And, you know, when Gordon is healthy, he's extremely effective. I mean, he's a high motor player who strokes it well from deep, actually strokes it well from everywhere.
James Harden, he's checked in for Jeff Green. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for the Bulls. White comes in for Chris Dunn. And he can't hit the second.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoop. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Now here's Porter. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Just 5 to shoot. Here's White. Markkanen trying to break loose. It's good on the putback.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great positioning.
So here's Westbrook. He's a player that you can only hope to slow down as he averages nearly 28 points a game. Another miss by Houston.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
And Markkanen throws it down.
You know, when Markkanen's in this deep, he should be dunking it every time. I like to see him use his size like that.
For 3, Westbrook. The Rockets with another miss. Chicago trailing here. Outside, White. Pass to Markkanen. Outside, White. The pass to Satoransky. Over Gordon. Here's Carter. Here's Markkanen. And it's all evened up. Markkanen's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Out to Carter. Here's White. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. White's got 9. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Houston. There's the lob to Harden.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
White the pass to Carter. Here's Satoransky, guarded by Tucker. Harden against Satoransky. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Harden's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist by Harden. Harden's got his 6th assist on the night. Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to San Antonio. Porter against Covington. Porter kicks to Satoransky. Back to Porter. Passes it to Satoransky. Carter with it, and it's Harden picking him up. And it's Carter missing. Houston leading by 5. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
Now, you got to remember that Harden has a quick trigger, staple gun quick. This guy is looking to score as soon as the ball touches his hand.
Now, here's Porter. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against San Antonio. Here's White. No good off the back of the rim. For Houston, they've gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Outside Gordon. Fires from deep. And it's White with the rebound.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Stolen by Gordon. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Gordon's running. Tucker can't get it to go. Bulls trail by 7. Now here's Porter. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. You look at Houston. Right now, if the playoffs started, they would have the 7th seed.
And seeing where the Rockets are, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing. It perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
And it's Westbrook missing. Well, Chicago's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. To end the cold streak. And that one's good by Porter.
Fleshing out his game more and more. I really like seeing Porter go to work inside.
Satoransky against Harden. Count that one. Harden's got the lead up to 7 now for the Rockets.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Markkanen passes to Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
And Markkanen, the big fella, has nice court vision, solid at finding open teammates.
Pass to Gordon. From past the arc. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 7th assist here tonight. Bulls trail by 8. Markkanen kicks to Porter. Pass to Carter. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Westbrook. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And stolen by Gordon. He feeds it to Tucker. Satoransky grabs the miss.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
It's good, and the Rocket lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from White. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Houston with a big group substitution here. Damari Carroll's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Daniel House comes in for Robert Covington. Ben McLemore, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. And it's Rivers in for James Harden. And that one falls for White.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 9. Boy, he just hasn't been able to get his shot to fall. Here's White. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
First one falls for him. Jeff Green is checked in for Russell Westbrook. And Chicago also making a switch. Dunn's checked in. And so he makes both from the line.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
And there's the pass to House. Green kicks to McLemore. Shot clock at 6. Here's Rivers, and it's blocked.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Now here's McLemore. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Rivers scanning the floor. To the middle. Here's Carroll. Good on the 13-footer.
You now have to respect the jumper of Carroll. I mean, he's very consistent at knocking down these mid-range shots.
And a special thanks to our guest, Bill Simmons. Always a compelling discussion, and I hope we can continue.
Please, I'm available. Just call me. I'm ready.
I will.
All right,
There's your number right here on my speed
You
dial.
have my number. Call me.
And Clark, you know what? Bill will always give you a great point of view.
And you know what? I think he needs his own barbershop talk show, Kevin. I mean, he's done everything else in media. Go barbershop on him, Bill.
Now here's Rivers. Thaddeus Young missing his last shot. Lets it go from 11. It's hauled in by Dunn. Bulls trail by 3. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And Dunn with the slam.
You know, Kevin, this is what you do when you're not a high percentage jump shooter. You pressure the defense by attacking the rim.
Now Rivers. Shoots from 14. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Houston on top. They're up by 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
They're making tough shots. We're trying to stick to our concept, so we got to come back, make plays, make shots, and, just stay solid.
Always a challenge for a young team. Thanks for your time, Zach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists. Kenny, what do you think about the Rockets?
Well, their playmakers are showing up tonight, seeing the court well, moving the basketball. That's why they had so many assists in the first half. And they're not just relying on ISO plays to generate points.
And Shaq, what do you think about Chicago?
The thing I like is their aggressive approach and getting to the line. You know, when things seem to stagnate on offense, it's sometimes a matter of forcing your will. This team can generate a lot of points and also dictate the pace of the game if they play with that aggressiveness.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
Taking a look at the Bulls, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point guard position. The first one falls.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
And Russell Westbrook drops them both.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
Now here is Carter. Back to White. The kick out to Porter. Over Westbrook. Porter, no luck.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And it's Gordon missing. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Chicago Bulls. It's a 3-point game. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one to start a 3-game homestand with that game.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
Really left alone that time. 8 points for Eric Gordon.
Quick release from Gordon. Like seeing him shoot it as soon as he gets it.
Gordon against Levine. Pass to Markkanen. Back to Levine. Pass to Carter. Clock at 6. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. White the pass to Carter. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Houston leading by 5. Outside Westbrook. He tries for 3. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. 14 points for Russell Westbrook.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another. Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
Yeah, hard to corral the energy that P.J. Tucker plays with, and he gets in there and mixes it up, and he'll go to the line.
And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
That's good from Tucker. And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
And so he hits both.
Well, you know, how can you not get excited about the way P.J. Tucker plays defense? Takes on all comers. Great intensity. He really is the leader of his team defensively.
A nice shot by Carter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now, here's Westbrook. 14 points for him. And he gets it to go. Westbrook's got the lead up to 10 now for the Rockets. And with Tucker Clark in his defense, he'll pump his team up with his play.
You know, that's a big reason, guys, why he sees so many minutes every game. I mean, his rotations are on time. He's got excellent hands, which allow him to force turnovers. But I think it's his intensity that sets him apart.
White, good.
And right now, White, red hot. Just everything he puts up seems to go in.
Harden kicks to Gordon. For 3, Westbrook. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Carter's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Now here's Porter, guarded by Tucker. Porter dishes to Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
White drives in, trying to get open as Carter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on James Harden.
And that burst of speed, sometimes White just too much for a defense, which is why you see them compromise.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for White. Clark, last couple years, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge, a gigantic weapon for a lot of teams. You live by it, you die by it. Some teams can accept, though, the ramifications of a bad shooting night.
Yeah, I think it's too big a premium not to really overweight the three-point shot. A 50% premium on that particular field goal when it goes down. But I do like to see balance. Attacking the rim, spacing the floor. I love to see guys and teams shoot the mid-range shot as well. But the three-point shot and the way teams use it and shoot it is here to stay for sure.
Pass to Carter. Over Westbrook. And it's Carter missing. Rockets leading by 6. Gordon with no one around. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside Porter. The pass to Carter. And that one, good. Carter's got 15. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. They've led by as much as 10. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. They hit the road with that, the first of a 5-game run.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Greg, no question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Covington.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And he makes the first.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
And the Bulls making a change here. Satoransky's checked in. Carter hits them both. And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duties.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff, delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Satoransky. Houston making some changes. Daniel House is checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Ben McLemore in for Eric Gordon.
Ben McLemore.
McLemore, the pass to Tucker. Houston moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. Harden's shot is good.
I mean, it's hard not to appreciate Harden because he's the complete package.
Levine with it. 6 points for him. Now the dish to Porter. It's Carter, high post. Satoransky finds Markkanen for the 3, but they recover it.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
They shoot again, and the rebound goes to the Rockets. On the wing, Harden, wide open look. Carter pulls it in. Carter's
wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Here's Levine, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And bringing the fight there, Levine, fearless, creating contact for the potential +1.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Damari Carroll's checked in for P.J. Tucker, and it's Austin Rivers in for James Harden. Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
Here is House. No points in the game yet for him. McLemore, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's Gafford. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Clark, a big jump in scoring, but I think a lot of that is because of the prolific role players we have in the NBA now.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. When you think about starters putting up points, and then you have guys that fortify benches and can get points in bunches, the first name that comes to mind for me, Lou Williams. A designated role of scoring the basketball in limited minutes. And when he gets it going, watch out. Nobody quite like Lou Williams putting it in the basket as a role player.
And the first one at the line is good.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for Houston. Both good from the line that time. Houston's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. McLemore, the pass to Green. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Here's Gafford. He averages about 5 points a game. And Young kicks to Dunn. Just 5 on the clock. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Dunn's got 7 points in the game.
Well, you got to put some pressure on Dunn when he's squaring up from outside, because this guy is an exceptional scorer.
Green against Young. Green dishes to Rivers. Stolen by Satoransky. For the lead, Young trying to break free. Satoransky gets the bucket. Satoransky's got his second bucket of the night. The Rockets have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Passes to House. And here's McLemore. Carroll, no one around him. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Levine, who brings it up for Chicago. They lead by 1.
And there you see it right there on display. The quick feet, the long strides of Levine helps him in a lot of ways.
Now here's McLemore, guarded by Levine. Ball's knocked loose, and as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Bulls. Their season nearly over unless a form of miracle happens.
And for Chicago, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
And when you talk about inconsistency, I think a lot of it has to go to the players because ultimately they're the ones that dictate how they perform.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Here is House. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Now here's McLemore outside. Rebounded by Gafford. The Bulls leading by 3. Pass to Levine. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got 5 assists tonight.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Now here's Green. Overdone. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 16 points for Jeff Green.
You know, the turnaround jumper, guys, is one of those shots that always just looks so good. I mean, it's got that nice, smooth, singular motion. Sweet.
Levine can't hit. Houston's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. That one goes in, and it's now only a 1-point Chicago lead.
And when Green is feeling it, keep getting him the ball. He can really score from anywhere from the floor.
Here's Gafford. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
The Rockets have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. Russell Westbrook in for Houston. Free throw drops for House.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Dunn passes to Satoransky. Here's Young, and Young with the stuff.
You know, those are the plays where you really see Young's quickness off the floor. He's got a great, quick second jump, which leads to second chance scores.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Satoransky's got his 5th rebound in this one. Down against Rivers. And Young kicks to Levine. Floats one up, and the layup is up and in. Levine's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Nice touch on the floater. Another tool that Levine's developed. I mean, he's becoming a better all-around scorer for sure.
Now here's Westbrook. Rivers in the corner. And the layup's good off the glass. Rivers has got it all tied up now for Houston.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Wasted no time on that one. Levine's got 12 now in this quarter.
Well, one thing you like there is the extra pass, evidence that the game is starting to slow down for Dunn.
Dunn against Rivers. Pass to House. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Zach LaVine. Rockets have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
The first free throw is good. White, he's checked in for Satoransky. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. There's 25 seconds left in the third. Now here's LaVine. He's guarded closely. 12 seconds left to play in the third. Clock at 6. Elbow shot is on the way. And it's Chicago scoring again.
You know, guys, LaVine can score in a lot of different ways, and when he starts feeling it, it allows him to go for big nights. I mean, this guy can be very explosive offensively.
And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for the Chicago Bulls. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. Right back after this break. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Ben McLemore. Austin Rivers is out there with Russell Westbrook. Then it's Damari Carroll, and it's House in at the 4 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. LaVine, that's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. 22 points for Zach LaVine.
Yeah, with all of that trampoline-like bounce, LaVine can really do damage around the rim.
For 3, Westbrook, and that one is off. So the Bulls will take it the other way.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find. You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Knocked loose and stolen by Dunn. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Now the pass to LaVine. Here's Gafford. Shot clock at 6. LaVine can't hit. Rockets trail by 5. Here's Rivers. He gets it in there.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Chicago calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Houston with a big group substitution here. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Damari Carroll. Robert Covington comes in for Danuel House. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Ben McLemore. And James Harden subbed in for Austin Rivers. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the timeout, I listened in on Jim Boylan's huddle. He told him, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
How about the concentration? I mean, Harden is used to finishing past intense defense. There he goes, doing it again.
Carter dishes to White. Carter down low, guarded by Tucker, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Chicago.
Guys, how about all the second chance points they've been able to convert throughout the game?
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Boy, I tell you what, when Harden decides to turn it up, then you're turned out. It is a sight to see, folks. I mean, relentless, instinctive, tremendous night so far for him.
Levine against Gordon. Levine feeling it out a bit. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Levine's got 18 points just in the second half.
You know what you get there? Levine strong enough now to take on contact. Able to complete the play.
Westbrook, no good.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Harden against Levine. The feed to Covington. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. And so White will bring it up for the Bulls. Dishes to Levine. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And it's in there.
Tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. And he's getting to his spots, shooting the ball with confidence. Excellent turnaround for him.
Looking to get back on track here. Westbrook with the bucket. Westbrook's got the game tied up here for the Rockets.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
To take the lead, sinks the three-pointer. And now it's a 3-point Rocket lead.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Trying to get open is Carter. That's good from Porter on the assist by Markkanen.
Nice read from the big fella. Markkanen demonstrating a solid feel with his passing.
Westbrook passes to Gordon. And Tucker kicks to Harden. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Harden's got 20.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
White the pass to Markkanen. Levine for 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
And that's his second triple of the half. None for him going into the break.
It's Covington on the wing. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. And Chicago has possession. Carter kicks to Porter. Outside, Levine. Passes it to Carter. 6 to shoot. Now here's White. Over Harden.
Since halftime, he has just been in a funk offensively.
And it's White missing. Gordon dishes to Harden. Harden draws the double. Here's Tucker. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Gordon against Levine. Carter, the pass to White. Kick out to Levine. Inside, tries again, and it's White missing.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Levine kicks to Porter. Takes the three, sinks the triple.
Coming into the league, Porter didn't have that. Now, after a ton of work, he's a long ball threat.
Outside Gordon. And here's Westbrook. Back to Tucker. Jacks up a three. Rebound by the Bulls. Carter's got his 16th rebound on the night. And Levine with the slam.
Well, it's no secret that Levine has outstanding athleticism and explosiveness. He can throw it down with ease and with the best of them.
Outside Westbrook. Feeds it to Harden. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Zach LaVine. And with all the accolades that James Harden has accumulated in his career, Clark, the one thing missing is a championship ring.
And, you know, there's no guarantees for however great you are individually that you'll win a championship. We've got a lot of great players that weren't able to get that done. But, you know, when you think about it, that's one thing that's keeping him from being in the all-time great shooting guard conversation in the eyes of some. Team success is critically important. Championships add to your resume, but I think at the end of the day, when you maximize your individual contribution, that should be worth something in terms of your recognition and accolades.
Satoransky's checked in for Chicago. Harden hits them both. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
For three, Westbrook hits the three-point bomb. Westbrook's got 8 points in the quarter. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Pass to Levine. To the paint. Here's Carter. And it's rebounded by Covington. Covington's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Harden, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Porter, and finished off by Porter.
And being 6'8", dunking, not an issue for Porter. All he needs is good position, and he's good to go.
Westbrook against Satoransky. Tries from 16. Westbrook, no good.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Bean passes to Satoransky. It's Carter, high post. He dishes it to Porter. Back to Carter. Pass to Satoransky. Misses the 3. Houston's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. 2 open that time, made it look too easy. And the Rockets lead by 3.
Eric Gordon has a knack for scoring in big spots of the game. Well done, EG.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
He can't miss from deep. The defense has to regroup here, and I think they've got to change things up because he's locked in from behind the arc.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
Bulls trail by 3. Carter outside. Here's the pass to Markkanen. Rockets with the rebound. Covington's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Harden finds Gordon. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Levine with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Levine passes to Markkanen. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. And it's 6 points for Lauri Markkanen.
Boy, a terrific find. Levine plays mostly the 2, but he came into the league as a point guard.
Westbrook, no good. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bulls. Here's Levine, and the layup falls. Now just a 1-point Rocket lead.
Tell you what, we've got a game. I like that Levine's rising to the challenge as things get tight.
Harden against Levine. For 3, Westbrook connects from three-point range. Westbrook's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Now here is Carter. 6 on the shot clock. And finished off by Porter.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys. And you know the ball's going to Harden when the game's tight. Terrific at delivering and producing down the stretch.
Levine against Harden. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Pass to Carter. Bulls moving the ball around. Porter with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Shot from 16. Porter, no luck.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
There's 38 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Westbrook passes to Tucker. In the corner, it's Gordon. And another three for Houston.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Chicago calls timeout. They're down by 7. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Levine. And the Bulls with another miss. 19 seconds left in the fourth. Well, this one is winding down now. Houston can watch the clock run out. Harden surveying the D. So we see the Rockets get the win here. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with James Harden. James, what is it like when you're playing a team that's struggling and you have to keep focused to keep them down?
You know what? We look at the bigger picture, and we have one goal at the end of the season, that's to be champions. So we can't play down to the level of our competition. You know, we got to go out there every single night and, you know, be on the same page and try to give 100% effort.
It's been a success so far, James. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.